Romantic relationship between a lecturer and a student can never be seen casual.
It's not casual. I agree with you.
And even in cases whereby students report these to authorities, they mostly don't even take any legal action.
Most of the time, when the issue about sex for grade comes up, we normally focus on male, which shouldn't be the case.
I've passed this kind of levels. What are you showing? What?
Let's be honest, university life in Africa isn't just about academics. There's a power struggle, tension, and real drama between lecturers and students. Today, we are diving into the deep stuff: sex for grades, mental health, favoritism, and the silent war happening on campus every day. We are not holding back. These are 6 real, raw, and debatable questions that need to be talked about. You might not agree with all of them, but that's the point. Let's go. Should lecturers caught in sex for grades scandal be banned from teaching for life?
Yes, because as a lecturer, you are there to protect the student and integrity. We are training students to go into the world and exhibit what they have studied. In a situation whereby you compromise, one, you're not being fair to the other students, and the product that the university is producing become questionable. Most of the times when the issue about sex for grade comes up, we normally focus on male lecturers, which shouldn't be the case. So I think, yeah.
Okay, so mine is yes because one, what happens to those who burn down the candles or who burn down the night just for them to have these excellent grades? And at the end of the day, what students are you producing? Because we say we gain the experience in school just so that when we go into the workforce, it will be easy for us. But if this student is being made or is being caught in sexual misconduct just for grades, one, at the end of the day, it causes low productivity in our society.
Yeah, I also think yes because one, the safety of the individual, himself or herself, you the person going in for or giving yourself out for that grade, and also the nation. Yeah, because you become how do you call it? A danger to society. Or you have the certificate, but you are not qualified for it.
Yes.
So whatever job or firm you are in, all those around you are in danger.
I repeat, it's not always the male lecturers. Yeah, of course.
But we know mostly it's the male lecturers.
No,
Mostly.
No, we are saying mostly.
No,
We are not-
my brother here is saying something over here.
Mostly.
Mostly
Yeah.
the male
Yes.
lecturers.
It's the male lecturers.
I don't think
that
it's
get
mostly
involved.
the male lecturers.
Oh, come on.
Because in other schools, okay,
Let's rate
I can use
women
a friend as
to
an
men.
example.
There are a lot of
A friend as an example in an institution in which I can't mention the name.
Okay.
There was this guy. He's very nice. He's a friend of mine, and this lecturer, a lady lecturer, was always disturbing this guy, disturbing this guy, disturbing this guy, and it wasn't even the fault of the guy, but because it happened, they were like, it's because the
But-
guy wanted grades
But
and
wait,
stuff.
How
But wait,
many records
percentage-wise,
like
how many
no,
records?
no.
I'm Samson Kusam and people call me Sam God. Yeah, I'm a level 100 BSc multimedia technology student. Follow me on social media on Sam God.
Are students starting to use mental health issues as an excuse for poor performance?
You see, when it comes to mental issue, I chose no because it seems that we kind of pay less attention to it. There's a saying that naturally, ubia o sebi abadam kakra ide. Just that it's not out yet. So in a situation where a student shows that weakness, we shouldn't put our mind on a part that says that because he or she is not performing she is he or she is taking advantage of whatever that is happening. I think we have to first try and find the problem. It could be true that indeed he or she is suffering from mental issue. You see, going to write an exam is something.
So what mental issue by
It's a,
itself.
yes, you understand?
The tension
Because-
alone.
Or even learning, like I learned this is not issue them. Just imagine how you feel.
Yeah.
So
So to add up to Mr. Nansen, you see nowadays most lecturers say most of the boys are rascals and stuff and stuff. So because of that, they don't really pay much attention to those who have those kind of issues. So let's say I have an issue, but because they say most of the boys are this, you'll be like, okay, that is what I'm also trying to do, but I'm using that as a cover up. Yeah.
I think I agree to that. Sorry, the male side. Because you see, no, right now, in the world we live today,
Men
our,
are
excuse me,
being-
yeah, women are being powered like all the time,
Yes,
and
we have
so
to- we have to
they feel
power.
like they are always vulnerable. But Charlie, deep down, guys, Charlie, we are also
yeah,
going
the
through a
middle
lot.
of
It's
the
true,
Bible
but
says
we are also going through a lot.
Unfortunate for us, our culture has taught us that lemons.
man is
Ah,
in addition to that part, we can also make whereby one sometimes people don't really identify these issues as a concern, but within your peers or your friends, you noticing any change in your friend should prompt you that either you report, because some people really have it, but they're like it's normal, maybe due to stress and stuff. But you,
and,
the
and,
friend,
and they feel strong. They
Sure.
feel like, oh, I'm strong.
but you, the friend
I'm
around, can be like, oh, you've noticed this and it has been going for a while. I think I should consult somebody. If you don't want to really tell the person that, you can go to an authority to at least confront any lecturer that you are free with, to either also like observe to see, and then it should be, because sometimes when your mental health is at stake, like you think you are learning, but the thing is not entering. You get
Of course, of course. Yeah.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah.
it's a no,
Yeah,
No,
it's a
no,
big
no,
no.
no,
Very big no.
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 Big
no,
no.
and no. Sure. Zumama Kunkan is my name, a level 300 nursing student.
Are lecturers doing enough to support students facing depression?
Whew.
Hey, this is tough.
Uh, I am going for yes, because I'm using myself as an example.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm using myself as an example. When you find yourself in an institution, let's say educational institution, where you are called a lecturer, the parents have entrusted the award into your hand, and you, the lecturer, you are playing a role as a father. So you have to first identify that you are the father. You can have like 100 students. Yes, you are the father to all the 100 students, and it's your duty to understand the orientation of each of them. Some are very weak. Even how sometimes they even know it, but how to even express it in class is a problem. And sometimes when even they speak and they don't get the actual answer, their friends will even try and what make a mockery about it. And so, based on that, some will even go making that decision that me, I will never, even if I know, I will not talk about it. So I think we have to always try, and in our way of teaching, we shouldn't go based on transaction.
Yeah.
It should be relationship.
See most lecturers not even concerned. Yes, is to teach and just leave the classroom setting.
Thank you so much. That was what I wanted to talk about.
Okay.
Because they will be like, okay, it's a huge class. One, I can't father everyone. So even if they should see something like that, they'll be like, my responsibility is to just come to teach, come and lecture, and just leave. That's one problem.
You know,
if that's the case, then whoever is that lecturer has lost it.
yeah,
That's the truth.
yeah.
That is
Because you see,
that is what is
That's
going
what
on
we
in
find
most
ourselves.
universities now. Most
okay,
institutions now.
okay. I also think, or I said what? Yes,
Yes.
because please, in your, you just said the lecturer is there, the lecturer cannot like father or now one. I would say in your case, the lecturer might not want to get him or herself into any kind of trouble. Because there are some people until they come, when you see that they are going through something and you didn't approach them, they'll be like they didn't ask you. Like maybe that is not
No, but
their
I think it's
major
the responsibility
destiny.
of the lecturer. You have to approach
Yeah, you
when
just
you
have
get
to
these
ask.
issues.
You see,
Yeah,
Because
But the way,
do you get it?
I think you have to create it.
Yeah.
You, the lecturer,
You have
have
to
to
create it.
live a life whereby it's easy for the student
To approach you.
Some
Yeah,
will not come.
strict,
Some
strict,
some will
there's-
not come.
Listen, whether
Majority
I understand some will not
comes.
come.
Yeah.
Some will not come. But you just give that room for them. Even those that they have made them and they will not come. But because of how you relate with them, they can easily what? Approach.
Approach.
Some lectures are not approachable.
Thank you.
You cannot.
Oh,
It's all about the
true.
relationship.
Some cannot.
Yeah.
There are reasons why.
Okay.
Because
Yeah,
when they create that room,
Mhm.
when they create that room, some students take advantage of that
You have
and
to
it
set
gives them
boundaries.
problems.
Thank
You have
you.
to set
Oh.
Thank
boundaries.
you, Mr. Nelson.
Even if you are the father, if you are a father, your children keep giving you problem. Does that mean that they should
You should give up on the child.
My name is Nathan Gideon, a lecturer and also a CEO of Nathan Kuto and Nathan's Food.
Can a romantic relationship between a student and a lecturer ever be truly consensual or casual?
Oh, yes, sir.
No.
Really? No, it's
No,
a big
no,
no.
no, a big
Yeah.
no.
It puts a lot
Hands
of
down.
thoughts on the line.
Yeah.
You see,
It can't because one, when it's outside the institution, no problem. But when it's within the institution has rules and regulation.
And the
A
student is to be
student
used as
and
a
a
threat.
lecturer can never have a romantic
Yeah,
relationship.
that romantic
romantic
alone is
relationship.
like
Because
the
the
whole-
student now
this
poses
thing
a
on
that
threat.
one is even red.
Yes.
In fact, red.
so
The student now becomes a target or
Like
something.
romantic.
A threat.
look at
yeah.
It's talk of the town.
Let's
Listen.
listen to our
Okay.
Mr.
In the university,
Okay.
not even the university, but let me just say to the university,
Okay.
we are training potential leaders.
okay.
We are training people that we think in the future they are going to be great. So, in the process of my service, and I realized that this fellow student is someone that I think in the future we can have a family together. I like what you are saying because most of the times we do take advantage of them. But in a situation whereby you've spotted a student, you can predict the future based on how she dress, how she attend to student needs or friends, and even how how she relate with how they call it the peers.
Okay.
You can project into the future and say that this fellow can be this fellow can be someone that in the future you can have a family together.
Alright.
You see, me even it's a no for me because in the first place, the student in question is seeing you as a lecturer,
Good.
and you are saying you are predicted. That is your own decision that you are taking there.
Okay, so
Subjective.
in the university, for example,
You see,
in the university, someone will come into university at the age of let's say 40 years,
Okay.
and a lecturer have that relationship with said fellow. What are you going to say?
No,
Is-
with the
I-
romantic in it makes it.
see,
What is a romantic? What do you mean? On campus,
Okay.
we are students.
Thank you. So
Student, teacher.
when I began my statement, I was
Mhm.
like, if it's outside,
But if it's
see,
outside
do you
campus,
do you
see,
but
there,
no
there's
one,
a
no
lot
one,
of
you don't
look,
go
there are a
to,
lot of
you
things
don't go to
going on.
campus and even you yourself, you don't even do it on campus.
A romantic relationship between a lecturer and a student can never be seen casual.
it's not casual. I agree with you.
Do African universities prioritize the image of lecturers over the safety of the students?
Okay, I see.
It's no
No.
for me. Yeah, it's no for
I
me.
think
I have worked
They don't.
mostly.
They actually.
I have worked mostly in private
Second.
universities,
Okay.
and over there, student centered is much more important
It's true.
because without a student,
It's good.
you won't be able to what, run the school. Unlike the state universities, where they don't do much of advertisement because the state fund majority of everything that they do. Even the lectures are being paid by the state. But a private university, because the student comes in, the more the student, the more
It's a business, so-
the revenue.
Okay.
Do you see it now?
Yeah.
And because of my experience, I think the private universities project the students more than the lecturers.
Yeah.
So why you say yes? Because I based on public universities. You can see in these public universities are people who are having PhDs, masters, and triple PhDs. And even in cases whereby students report these to authorities, they mostly don't even take any legal action. Because one, they'll be like maybe one or in a way, those lecturers or those tutors are, let's say, in support or in a way, kind of way, helping these institutions. So, which will make them not even prioritize their students unless maybe the student is an influential student or the student's parents are so affable or to that wealthy level before his or her needs can be.
So that is
get
why he
satisfied.
actually based it to private.
Private. Yeah.
university.
I also
Because the
said
question
no
was like
because
university.
universities,
So
Okay, means I based on public.
Okay. So with me, it's a no. My name is Owusu Ansanishwa, level 200 information security student, and also a Ghana Rugby national team player. If the students don't come to the school, one, the private universities per se, who are you? Even if a student should give a complaint, it happens in some universities I know.
Sure.
The moment the student gives a complaint,
Lecture is
the,
good.
the president or the vice president will not hesitate to take
Yeah.
action.
yeah, these days
just
that
to
we have
protect
TikTok,
school.
the social media and everything.
Yeah.
If a student is not happy and he goes to the social media, put
Some
It's not
something
even just
negative about the
private
school,
schools.
negative about the school, it goes to the disadvantage of that institution.
yeah.
So to me, I think from where I'm coming from, the other private universities that I've worked, students are key as compared to lecturers.
Are lecturers refusing to evolve with the new generation or Gen Z lifestyle?
This is
Yeah. I think
this is hard
yeah,
for me.
I said yes because I think a video trended some time ago. Was in Nigeria? The university lady was doing some TikTok video, and then a lecturer has to pass by and then push. They had some kind of this thing. I think the lecturer wasn't interested in that kind of
Yeah,
TikTok
sometimes
this
the
thing.
lecturers also feels like I've passed this kind of levels. What are you showing? What
Like
Point
not
of
even that.
correction.
There are time things like this were in there, so they see it as sometimes
really
disrespectful and then time wasting
Wait,
and a whole lot.
When we are talking about this lecturers, we have some old lecturers
Okay.
and we have current lecturers.
We have some lecturers who are also Gen Z.
And we have Gen Z lecturers.
Oh, okay.
You get it? You see, there are some lecturers who actually try to catch up.
Okay.
Yes.
Do you get it? So you can't tell
How
me
many of them?
most nowadays
Not
in
really,
universities.
not really.
If in universities,
Are you
if
sure?
you don't try to catch up with your students, it will be very difficult to even give them learning materials.
Yes.
I'm telling you.
So you know the problem. It's not like we don't understand the Gen Zs now. We do understand you. We know that is your world.
Mm.
But you see, the world that you find yourself in is a world where you need someone to just hit your head. These Gen Z people want unlimited liberty,
It's our freedom.
which is counterable to self-suicidal. Do we say it now? Do we say it now? So we like the way you guys are behaving.
Not
We
all.
like how you are expressing yourself. But we are just trying to just guide you.
These questions don't have easy answers, but the more we talk about them, the closer we get to change. Let's know your thoughts in the comment section. See you in our next video.